At this stage, reviewing a San Martin watch is like giving you feedback on a night with your mum. You already know it's good and there's about 50 other blokes who've already told you so. I don't even know why I'm writing a script for a San Martin watch, to be honest. Like, you already know how good this is gonna be. So thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. No, fuck that. Take another look. This is the San Martin SN0141W, or the Legenda, which is frankly taking the piss a little bit in terms of model name. Because, as you might have guessed it, this is a homage of the Longines Legend, a 39mm 60s inspired super compressor style diver that San Martin have pretty much replicated. This is also 39mm in diameter. This has a Longines lug-to-lug of 48mm, is just 12.2mm in thickness, and sized up for my 6.5-inch wrist, it weighs 129 grams. It takes 20mm straps and comes on a beads of rice bracelet. The main spec that we all care about though, the price. Well, right now at time of recording, this can be picked up for just 150 quid on AliExpress, which is about $193. The real McCoy, the Longines Legend, costs about 3 grand, so this is less than 10% of the price of the real thing, but that's obviously not to say you're getting less than 10% of the watch. The finishing of the San Martin, as per usual, is exceptional. The head of the watch has a combination of brushed and polished finishes, the lugs feature a stunning polished chamfer, and those beads of rice are all polished too. And although that's all nice and shiny, the brushing for me is what always sets San Martin apart from other AliExpress brands. The clasp in particular, given it's a big slab of brushed steel, shows that off. That has a polished chamfered edge as well, but like everywhere else, the transition is flawless. The screw down crowns, plural, have a reassuring action, and at the risk of repeating myself for like the 25th time, these do not feel like the crowns on a £150 watch. Let's talk about the dial though, because you already knew that the finishing and the tolerances and the crown actions were all good anyway. Thankfully, yeah, the dial is as well. This is the green variant. They do this in blue and black colorways as well, but this green is like a lime green. There's touches of faux patina and it has a kind of lemon and lime look, almost like Sprite. But Rolex will probably sue me for saying that, so I'm gonna call this the San Pellegrino Limone e Menta. Eh? Try suing me for that, you bastard. It's a subdued, tasteful green. The touches of faux patina on the markers, the lume triangle and the bezel numerals stand out just enough to help with legibility without interfering with the colour palette. The printing is sharp, the 2 lines of dial text are done in a tasteful font, and they don't dominate the space or anything. And even the script San Martin logo is done well here, in my opinion. It's not the kind of overkill on the serifs that the other models have had, but nor is it the modern hexagonal logo they use on almost all of their current output. So it's subtle, it's tasteful, and it's a really nice shade of green. But the latter can also be said about your mum's fungal infection, and we both know how much that ruined her own wrist action for a good few weeks. So on that sad note, let's discuss the downsides. First, it's a pretty minor complaint. And no, not the sort of pretty minor complaint that landed your dad in hot water in 1996. The inner rotating bezel is a nice throwback to 1960s skin divers, but that was more carefree, peace and love, flowers and wars in Vietnam kind of times. They might have found a misaligned bezel was groovy and anything that aligned with the markers was actually pretty square. Today, I have no control over my life whatsoever. I'm a floating husk of a man that can't make sense of an uncaring world of right-wing conspiracy theories, misinformation, and whether or not Brat Summer is still going on or is officially over. I want my bezel to line up. Please, Elon, just give me this one piece of control over my life. What I'm saying is the inner rotating bezel doesn't always line up, and it can be a bit fiddly to do so with the crown if you want to get it bang on. While we're on tactility, let's get to the clasp. This isn't much of a complaint given it's actually a phenomenal clasp on the right watch. I've said so myself in other videos. On this watch though, I think it looks a bit utilitarian and kind of brutalist. After all, this is a vintage inspired piece. Something a little shorter, a little slimmer, might look a little more in keeping with the aesthetics, but you might have to sacrifice the on-the-fly adjustment to get that. So while this is a complaint, kind of, your mileage may vary. I personally wouldn't mind a smaller, slimmer clasp with a tool-based micro adjustment system just to keep it more 60s-ish. I also wouldn't mind a bit more loom. All of these markers and numerals are just printed, so naturally there will be fewer layers of C3 and BGW9 compared to if this had applied markers and numerals. And I mean, given how little has been used on the inner rotating bezel, I'm not sure that was even necessary. It's making the term loom triangle seem borderline sarcastic. But given I'm from the UK, sarcasm is kind of something I'm used to. Another thing that I'm used to is complaining about the crown. In the case of this watch, it's the fact that both crowns are signed with the San Martin hexagonal logo. It's not bad necessarily, but it just seems kind of wrong. Yeah, it's very incest lizard behaviour. Even the original Longines Legend has the crisscross etching, and I think maybe San Martin should do the same. But that is where the complaints end, because for 150 quid, I don't think you're going to get many better super compressor style dive watches than this, which makes the San Martin Legenda a bit of a no-brainer, and take it from the biggest moron on YouTube. Full disclosure, I was given a discount on this watch by Watch Dives, hence the paid promotion badge in the corner, but they haven't had any copy approval, and they're seeing this video at the same time as you. Now, if you want to pick one of these up and you want to help support the channel, please do consider using one of the affiliate links in the description below. And hey, if you get it from the Watch Dives website, you get a 3-year warranty. So thanks to them for the discount, and most importantly, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want more impartial watch reviews, and if you want more San Martin watches, click one of these 2 videos. I'll see you next time.